Buddies went on a primer run. I'm running low on primers. So Badass Cannon's here. We just did a shot down here, way down there at the Big X, hanging from an old porch swing set up for sitting out in your yards. We use the swing part of it to hold our targets, a big piece of plywood. Here's my babies. We just did a shot. One of the little ones hit it. The other two missed a little bit. I think the big Bertha here, that's called Shockwave. She's 2.5-inch bore, 31 inches long. She's a Shockwave. She's really hard on carriages. Got to stake her down to keep her from running away. She's like a bad child. But anyway, we're going to do a blow-by-blow here. We're going to shoot Shockwave. Here's my powder. Sun's really shining. I can't tell if I'm looking at it or not. But here's my powder. It's about a half a cup of powder. I make it myself. So we're shoving her down the hole. I'll give you a blow-by-blow from start to finish. Usually I just load them and take a video and shoot it. We'll do a longer video this time. Make sure you're down. Okay. We'll put a little more paper in it. You get a lot of this brown paper from work. It's better than using for washing your hands. Rip off a strip. Should have a cameraman here, but we're real low budget. So we'll ram that in, put a little more paper in it. Make sure it's down good and tight. She got a big old hole in her. 2.5 inches, way down there. Make my own gun sights. Made them out of gauges on machinists. Take apart some gauges they throw away and make some bar sights. She works pretty good. Make my own primer pin systems. It's a spring-loaded firing pin. Makes out some pipes and some springs I get at Home Depot and works pretty good. We can use fuses or caps. So now you gotta see the balls I make. Made my own mold. Savo rounds. Big ass Savo rounds. Man, that makes it damage. So put some more paper on them. We'll use lots of paper. My buddies left. They had to go get me some stuff for you. Otherwise, I'd have them holding the camera. But I got bored. Okay. So this video is probably going to be really rough. Kind of hard to do stuff and hold the camera. Okay, we'll put some paper on her. Shove them in a hole. Gotta be careful I don't get too much, get her tight. Yep, she slips in pretty good. Okay, now we got her stuffed in there. Make sure she's shoved in good. Get that sound. She's a pretty gun. Kind of a Napoleon style. We got her staked down. I had to make a spring-loaded stake to keep her from running off. Sitting down here staked into the ground with some rope. Works pretty good. I was at a local junkyard shooting a truck the other day. She took off and broke a dang wheel. Had too big of wheels. I got to get me some regular Cannon wheels from Spring Valley Arms. They got some good Cannon wheels for a decent price. Okay. I think I'm going to set this back and let you watch me while I line this up. Put her back here for a minute. Okay, then you can watch me from here. Now that I got it pretty about ready. I got her here lined up, ready to shoot. Badass Cannons. Pull my primer out with a magnet. There's the old one. She's no good. Now we gotta line her up. Aiming right at the bottom of the big circle. See if I get any lucky this time. Guess I might need a primer.
Right now is called
We'll just shoot Shockwave for now. We'll just do one while we're waiting. Okay. Now I make a fuse pen so I don't blow myself up while I'm loading it. Learned that the hard way. Apparently primer caps don't allow a lot of pressure when you're twisting something on top of their head. So we put in a safety lock. Twist her in like a big cigar. Okay, now we ease it out, let her down, turn her backwards. She's locked and loaded. Now I gotta make sure you can see me. I'll leave you where you're at so you sit steady so it don't all shake. Make sure you can see the cannon. Maybe we'll turn a little bit. I don't know if I should zoom that or not because that's way down there. That distance, you probably ain't gonna see it. Last time we hit it, it just punched a hole in that plywood and it barely wiggled. So we're shooting at the X. Let's see what happens. Fire in the hole. Everybody hold on. What's your... Might want to get the explosives out of the way. Fire in the hole! Whoa, you see all that wood fly down there? We hit just left of the red dot. That was a good shot. That wood pile down there, we hit the wood pile too. She jumped back a little bit. I think my anchor pulled out because we were up there. Went back about 5 feet. But sitting here, you probably couldn't see it on the camera because it's so far away. I mean, it's 50 yards down there. I don't even know if I can zoom in that far. Well, let's run down. She nailed her right left of the bullseye. And I was aiming about 10, 12 inches to the right of that and a foot down. Not bad for a smoothbore at 50 yards. Said that plywood takes a hit pretty good from that shit. We hit just a little to the left. And just a little high. Well, with that much power, I expect to shoot high like a giant shotgun. You're shooting clay pigeons, you don't aim on them. Look at that. 50 yards, smooth bore, 3-pound slug. Like I said, there's my hand. You know, that's a good 2.5 inch. So like I said, it punches a hole in that plywood, it barely moves. I'm sure we blow some shit off the back of it. Really, I mean, it reams a nice hole. There's the one we hit before, and then we hit a little one down there. Somebody was shooting at it with the AR. And then back there, we hit something in that wood pile, because I seen wood fly. I seen a bunch of wood fly out of that wood pile after when we shot. I don't know if it was what big piece sticking off to the left, or if we hit down in the pile itself. It might have been that board sticking way off to the left. We might have blew it to bits. And we keep throwing shit down through that brush. Try to slowly clean it out, one row at a time. But yeah, I'll tell you, badass cannons, we sure have fun. It's GW signing out. Not bad from 50 yards. We're in the circle. Practice, practice, practice.